Let's begin by finding our breath. We'll go to the tip of the nostrils. Feel the cool air coming in, the warm air going out. Follow the breath down from the nostrils, through the throat, into the chest, and notice where it stops. And release from that point. And continue a few more rounds, noticing where your breath stops. And noticing if your breath stops in the same place each time, or does it stop in a different place? And just observe for a few more rounds. And from this quiet space of focusing on the breath, we're going to set our intention for this class on really exploring this space, exploring this breath, and bringing our conscious awareness to this practice that's usually going on unconsciously. And it's normal during this practice. You may find that your mind wanders away from what we're doing, wanders away from the breath. And that is completely normal. The mind does that all the time. All you need to do is bring your awareness back to your breath. And this is a perfect moment here. If you have any particular prayers, mantras, personal affirmations, anything that you'd like to say to yourself to help you here with this work, you can do that now. Or you can just take a moment to really focus your personal intention. And I'd like to express my gratitude to all of my amazing teachers. So let's go back now to the tip of the nostrils. Feel the breath coming in through both nostrils. And envision that breath pausing at the point between the eyebrows. Feel the breath, the incoming breath, nourishing the brain, the body. And now, when you're ready to exhale, allow the breath to come out from the point between the eyebrows, out through both nostrils. And do a few more rounds of this at your own pace. And now we're going to stop this practice and we're going to move into working with each individual nostril through the alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to use the right hand, we're going to use the thumb, and we're going to use the ring and pinky fingers. We're going to put the first finger and the middle finger on the palm. We're going to visualize the space between the eyebrows. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril from that space between the eyebrows. Pause. Inhale back through the left nostril to the space between the eyebrows. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Exhale through the right nostril from the space between the eyebrows. Inhale back through the right nostril to the space between the eyebrows. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. And continue this at your own pace. And stop the practice. Move back into bringing awareness to both nostrils, allowing the air to enter through both nostrils. Pause at the eyebrow center and exit through both nostrils. And stop the practice. Now we'll do a few rounds of the cobra breathing. So we're going to inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, bring the chin to the chest. Come back up, snip in some air through the nose, and exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniff in some air through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniff in some air through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. And continue 3 more rounds at your own pace. And stop the practice. And just sit for a moment, really allowing yourself to experience not doing anything. And now we're going to move on to working with the sectional breathing. So we're going to begin with the abdomen. We're going to put our hands on our abdomen and just be with the breath in the abdomen. Just notice the abdomen rising and falling. Feel the abdomen rising and falling under your hands. And now with the next inhalation, we're going to slightly modify this practice. And instead of just waiting for the inhalation and feeling it happening, as you feel the inhalation coming on, intentionally push the abdomen out just a tad. And as you feel the inhalation fading, intentionally pull the abdomen in just a tad. So you're working with the natural momentum of the breath that you just were observing passively, but you're adding a slight bit of activity to it, or intention, extra intention into it. It's a very subtle thing. It's much like if you were watching a pendulum swing back and forth. It has a natural momentum and you gave it just a little tap. That's kind of how it would feel. So you're inhaling, intentionally push the abdomen out against your hands. Exhale, intentionally pull the abdomen in a bit. And just explore that practice for a few moments. Okay. And now let's bring our hands up to the chest. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to begin by just observing the breath in the chest, observing the rise and fall under your hands. And on the next inhalation, again, we're going to modify this practice just a bit. And instead of being completely passive with it, and the next, as we feel the breath rising with the next inhalation, we're going to intentionally push the chest out a little bit against the hands. And on the next exhalation, we're going to pull the chest in just a bit. So just a slight bit of engagement, bit of active engagement with the practice. So we're not completely passive here. We're just adding a slight bit of our intention, active intention into it. Okay, and now we're going to stop that practice. We're going to bring our fingertips to the collarbones. We're going to go back to our passive observation. Take a moment here to just make sure your face is relaxed, your shoulders, your elbows. So you're bringing this up in a relaxed way. And you're just feeling the rise and fall of the breath underneath the fingertips. Just notice how that's happening all on its own. Collarbones are rising and falling. Now we're going to modify that practice just a bit. We're going to intentionally, on the next, as the breath is coming up with the next inhalation, we're going to intentionally just nudge the collarbones a little bit up against the fingertips. And on the following exhalation, just pull the collarbones down just a bit. So very gentle intervention here with the breath. Okay, and now we're going to stop that practice. And now we're going to bring all three parts of the breath together, the abdomen, the chest, the collarbones. And we're going to inhale all the way up and down using all three parts in one breath. We're going to adopt this mudra. We're going to have the thumb on the palm, gentle fingers resting here. And now we're going to begin inhaling, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones. Pause, allowing that air to circulate and nourish the body. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen, big release. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. And continue this practice at your own pace, exploring pauses between the breaths, allowing yourself to rest between the breaths as long as the body is comfortable. Please resume the breath as soon as you are prompted. Your body will let you know when to resume the breath. Respond to that message. And now stop the practice and just sit for a moment, appreciating the stillness around us. And thank you very much for joining me today.